conversation you and I had last summer, and I'm just following up on some things you told me. You mentioned controlling an at-bat. What does that mean to you?
To me, it starts with a lot of my preparation before the game, and the at-bat starts at 10:30 in the morning when I start to get my day ready for baseball. When I get up and train, it starts when I get to the ballpark around 3 and I do my video and I do my hitting. And when I hit batting practice, I know that everything that goes into the first at bat, the very first pitch I see, that at the end of the day, I did all my work beforehand.
In the minors, you started to go through the process of thinking along with the pitcher.
Sure.
Tell me about that.
I make a point to be prepared for every pitch, and my goal is to just not miss pitches, not miss moments. You miss a pitch, it's a big part of the bat. It throws me off when I miss a pitch, so I don't miss very much. Fortunately, a lot of the work is done. You know, your brain does most of the work. You think you're doing a lot of work, but if you're up there paying attention, your brain will calculate certain things and solve problems, and it'll affect timing. It'll affect your ability to be on certain pitches. So if I have an idea that's I'm going to be pitched a certain way, I'm a little more aware of that style of pitching.
Give me your definition of a productive at-bat.
Well, it's definitely not defined by an RBI, that's for sure. A lot of people don't want to hear that, but I try to go into every at-bat with a beginner's approach, like I'm still a rookie, like I'm still in the minor leagues, like I'm still learning, like everybody I face can beat me. You know, ultimately, we're all guessing at the plate. Some choose to guess 100% of the time that they're going to get a fastball, but I pay attention to the percentages, certain counts, what guys typically like to do, and I'm aware of it, and I try to pattern my swing where I can cover a good percentage of the plate and be able to execute. No one will ever be able to guess properly if they can't execute. It's no good. There's lots of guys I know that can guess, but if you don't have a swing that can match up with your guessing, then it's not useful. I really make a point to be ready, primed, ready to hit right from pitch one, and that's what I plan on doing April 1st.
Carl, consider that last year, among all the hitters in baseball, the hitter who was the toughest with two-strike situations, Joey Votto, a .394 on base percentage.
Buster, thank you. Very good read for those of us that have had the pleasure to see it already. This is the most stunning part about Votto. There is no place to pitch him. There is no pitch that he seems to struggle with. All those numbers against the fastball, curveball, changeup, and his overall walk rate rank among the best in baseball. I didn't spend much time with Joey outside of batter's box, but I did spend 4 hours with him in the men's room shooting a commercial where we were comparing mustaches because of the great Cincinnati Reds mascot. He is deep, but he's also can have fun and not take things too seriously. Does that serve him well as the hitter? Is that one of the things that make him so difficult?
I don't know that there's any one thing that makes him difficult. I think all of it. You saw that chart was just a microcosm of what great hitters.
Pitcher nightmare.
Well, that's a Manny Ramirez chart. It's a Tony Gwynn chart, a Bonds chart. There is great hitters like him. There are no real weaknesses. They might get out on certain pitches, but they don't get out on the same pitches, which makes, for young pitchers, it makes them impossible to pitch to. But for guys, as I got older, this guy, he was an easy guy, not an easy guy to get out, but an easy guy to pitch to. Because there's no, I would sit down to guys like that were this good, to a Manny or somebody that was good and say, no repeat pitch and no repeat location. Now, what it does, and the reason it changes everything, is that meant I had to have at least 3 pitches, if not 4, to get him out. And most nights he had 2, 2.5.
Is he, and maybe is Miguel Cabrera the same way? Do you find when you were on the mound that guy in that box, the good ones, are thinking right along with you? Do you ever say, how did he know that was coming? How did he think that was going to come?
Well, I think Pedro was a lot better at that than I was. Pedro could read hitters at the plate. I had to see them on video and get a feel for them on video, because during the game, I never saw the hitter. I always said I could strike a guy out. He didn't have to participate.
You didn't see it. You weren't thinking about it.
Well, no, he didn't have to participate in the at-bat for me to strike him out. I just need to throw the pitches where I threw them.
Pretty good, though. If Cabrera came up against you, you didn't see him.
No, because I knew the pitches I had to